A loud grumble and tremor through my body woke me from my shallow sleep. I haven't slept well the past couple nights, and it's only been aggravated by the lack of food I've been eating. My stomach's complaints were loud enough to startle me from my own slumber and to remind me to try once again on a hunt. I open my eyes lazily and roll onto my stomach. I feel so sluggish from hunger. Nevertheless, time waits for no one, so I slowly stand and stretch deep into my back legs and then into my front. A monumental yawn leaves my mouth. With a deep breath, I get up from my resting spot and start on my trek in hopes to catch a scent of a meal. My paws plod on the dirt and leaves on the forest floor. It's autumn, which would be the perfect time for hunting since every prey is getting nice and fat for winter, but due to my suckiness, I have had the complete opposite, so no fat prey, but skinny old me. I stick my nose into the air, sniffing for anything I can eat. After a couple miles of trotting, something grabs my attention, and suddenly my senses are awake. I smell food, and it isn't far. With new energy throwing through my veins, I start into a trot in the direction of the smell. Only after a few minutes start I spot a large, golden yellow structure. It's reminiscent of a human structure, even out in a clearing to act as extra property. Now I'm curious and approach, much more slowly. As I do, the scent becomes thicker and tells me what kind of animal I'm working with here. It's an herbivore. Nice! It smells a bit of mud and is still young. Good, tender meat. I start quicker and circle the house, sniffing all over the ground and on the outside. My mouth is watering. It's hard to keep my composure with food so close. I have to swallow my saliva and breathe deep, which all gets thrown out the window when I come across a rickety-looking wooden door. I clear my throat and hit the door with my tail a few times. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Little pig, please let me in if you would be so kind. I hear shuffling on the other side of the door, but the door wasn't opened. Instead, I get a response. No, absolutely no, not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin, the piglet spat. My previously kind and cordial attitude now turned sour. I scowl and bare my teeth at the keyhole that the pig was staring at me from. Then I'll huff, then I'll puff, my voice building in volume and then I'll blow your house down, I shout while inhaling till my chest couldn't expand any more and blow it onto the loose straw house. With this, the straw comes tumbling down. The pig is quickly revealed, and before he can react, I lunge at him. I snap my jaws shut, but right at where his head was. By the time I feel an empty mouth, the pig is scrambling out of the rubble and down the path screaming. With an angry roar, I chase after him. I have no time to think and only chase him down on a winding path. At some point, the foliage covered him just enough for him to be out of my sight, and I lost him, the scent being blown away by the winds. With a defeated whimper, I slow my sprint to a trot, then to a walk. I look around and sniff in every direction, trying to locate my future meal. When there's no scent and no sight, I once again drag myself down the path, my stomach now growing louder than ever. I follow this dirt path for a while longer until I come to another structure. This one is made of sticks, and with closer inspection, reeks of pigs. My excitement comes back once again, and I go around the perimeter sniffing wildly at the delectable scent. This time, I don't waste time and head straight to the door, hitting again with my tail 3 times. Thunk, thunk, thunk. I swallow my dripping saliva and yell loudly through the door. Little pigs, let me in! Let me in! My ears twitch at the noise that is bustling behind the door, and the trembling of their voices as they both answer. No, no, we said no. Not by the hairs of our chinny chin chins. Frustration rushes through me, and I grit my teeth, the shiny white showing clearly through the keyhole for the cowards to see. Then I'll huff, I started, and I'll puff, I say, getting louder, and I'll blow your house down, I finish with a roar. They're scrambling on the other side of the door as the pigs rush from the door, and when I take a huge, deep breath in, I blow as hard as I could, causing the stick shack to come tumbling down, revealing the pig siblings. My feet move before I can think. I'm jumping at them. Yes, I can get them both, I think, as I open my jaws as wide as possible and bring it down with a clop. Again, my mouth is empty. My anger rises as I snap at the air once again at the bum of the little pig as he takes off. I waste no time chasing after them, staying on their trail, getting so close I can take more bites in attempt to get them. I'm only met by air and their tiny legs flying off the dirt path. Their screams reach out and rush towards a brick building. The door is open with a third pig keeping it open. The 2 pigs jump in the door and it slams shut right before I can get my snout in. and by a miracle I pull back to not get hit. Instead, my body slams into the door, causing it to shake. I scramble to my feet and scream at the door with despair. Little pigs, let me in! And I'm met with a similar vigor. No, no, no! Not by the hairs on our chins. This caused me to growl and scratch at the door, wailing for it to come crashing down so I can get a meal. The hunger is slowly consuming me. I can't take it anymore. I grit my teeth, and with this last threat I yell, "Okay then, I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." The trio of brothers squeal in fear as I inhale deep and blow harder than I have ever blown before on this brick house. However, nothing happened. The bricks didn't even shift, so I tried again, a huge inhale and a monstrous exhale. Again, in and out, and all of this to no avail. The house remains standing, and I hear the pigs giggle with delight. Rage boils through my chest and into my face. My snarl turns into growls and barks at the door. I turn away quickly and circle the house, barking and yelling threats angrily. I have been at this for so long that the sun starts to set, and I stop for a breather. I watch the house as I lay off to the side, breathing heavily. The door doesn't open, and nothing about the house changes, until something white and puffy gets my attention. There's a chimney! Of course, that's the way I'll get in. I hop immediately onto my feet and start clambering onto the roof loudly. I hear the piglets' laughter and chatter get slow and get quiet. I laugh at their fear and my brilliant plan. Then I stick my head down the chimney, the sounds of my cackle echoing down the brick tube. I wiggle my front legs into the opening and jump down the chimney. I see a dark pot lid to land on when it is suddenly swept off to the side. My eyes grow wide at the sight of boiling water, and I scream until I hit the bubbling water. Before I can get out of this hell, the pot lid is slammed over me and my skin boils. A cooked meat smell surrounds me, making my mouth water before my eyes become hazed and I pass out, never to wake up again. The pigs cheer at their victory and toss in prepared vegetables and spices to have me as a stew dinner.